All right, so in this video, we are going to, let me make sure this is right. Okay, good. Okay, so here we're going to look at the idea of a value scale and how you can create that. So you've already looked at how you hold your pencil, played a little bit with your pencil strokes and figured out hopefully what's comfortable for you. So now it's a question of how do I start to actually shade and put that pencil on that paper in a way that makes for a nice, smooth, gradual blend of what we might call tone or value on my paper. So you're going to draw this 1-inch strip, just to strip down your page. It can be off to the side in the sketchbook paper where you're going to do the 6 squares for the shading exercises. And you're just going to start by using that pencil stroke that you found that you like. You're going to lay down a nice even layer. Kind of, you can change your direction if you need to fill in a spot that you couldn't fill in very well, moving the other direction. But you're going to take care to do it in a way that is consistent. And at the end of the day, you're not going to be able to see my individual pencil strokes, but just see this field of graphite that I'm putting down on my paper. So notice that I'm not going to full value right away. I'm actually starting out putting down a little bit thinner of a layer. Then I'm going to go back into this area because it's always smart to start with your darkest areas in case something goes wrong. I can kind of go in and fill that in and make it darker and get rid of any strokes or marks that I don't like and I don't want to be seeing in my finished work. So starting with your darkest dark, always the way to go, okay? Then I'm going to just kind of work on stretching this out because this isn't even the darkest dark I can get my pencil. And one of the other things you want to be working on is just seeing the range of that material, like how dark can that material truly get as I build it up on that paper, and how many in-between layers can I get. So I'm just going to keep going quietly for a couple minutes here. As you see, and as I'm moving down into this lower section of my strip, I'm actually loosening up my pencil pressure. I'm letting my pencil kind of just barely touch the surface. You'll notice this paper is a bit textured. It's a bit grainier than kind of some of the papers I've drawn in on some of our Zooms. It's got a bumpier surface texture than the copy paper, which is quite smooth, which is really meant to receive ink, right? So I might go back in here and say, well, now that I started to put this value scale here, I want to fill this in and really start to go more on my point. I'm putting a bit more pressure on it, and I really want to just get a sense of what is this going to start to look like? How dark can I really get this pencil as I put that second and third layer on this section of my paper. And you can see how dark I'm starting to get it. But you really don't want to start there, because what if you mess up or leave a gap or your strokes are still a little sloppy and you're still working on that? It's going to be hard to fix that and walk back from that. But this way I can really work that pencil technique and really kind of fill in those gaps and start to have a darker value happening at the top of my strip of my value scale. So even this little sample exercise should take you a few minutes to really start to execute it well and have it looking the way that you want it to look, you know? The better you get at this right now, the easier this class will be in terms of other projects we have coming down the road. So really spend the time now to get good at this, and it pays off later. All right? So give it a good go, give it a try, and any questions, as always, just reach out to me. Bye, guys.